Hi everyone. A few months ago I did a video on how to make a small forge, and for that I used a standard fireplace bellows. What I want to do is make something a little larger in capacity that I can use for a larger forge. So I looked at lots of designs. I decided to go with a box bellows, but my plan is a little different than most people's. Okay, we'll talk about that as I assemble it. So my cabinet making skills are not very good, so I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So I took some 1/4-inch plywood board, measured out the size I wanted my box to be, and glued these cleats on. So this is going to be the bottom of my box bellows. Same for the top. So basically the cleats hold it together. And then I have my front, my back, and my sides. Now the way I've designed this, it can be taken down. So it's not going to be held together by tacks or staples or anything. So let me assemble it and I'll show you what it looks like. First thing I did was build my pistons. So this is one of my pistons out of 1/4-inch plywood board. And I cut it a little smaller than the box. And to make my, don't know what term to use, I'll just say the squeegee to cause the air to flow, just use duct tape. So duct tape on one side, duct tape on the other side. Okay. Trim off any excess, but this part right here is what scrubs the side of the box and causes the air to move. I've seen other people use feathers, I've seen other people use foam and terry cloth. By all means experiment. I'm just saying for mine, I decided this was the quickest and easiest way to go. For my valves, okay, valves to let air move. All a valve is for me is a piece of pizza box cardboard and duct tape. I duct tape it here, and then it will move with the air. Okay, so this is what seals off the air, and these are my valves. Okay, here are my assembled pistons, and yes, I said pistons plural. Most designs I see have one piston and two air chambers. For me, given my limited cabinet making skills, I decided a simpler design would be 2 pistons and 1 cabinet, 1 box. So for an air chamber. So 3/4-inch dowel rod, 1-inch air holes. Probably long term I'll go with something a little more sturdy, but I just simply used a hot glue gun to glue these on to the rod. A little bit of extra sticking out here just so I could get a good grip on both sides. So both sides, hot glue. And again, the plywood is smaller than the interior of the box to allow for the duct tape to fit flush against the box and to flex. Okay, I wanted you to see it before I seal in the box. If you'll take a look inside here, you'll see I have 2 pistons. Effectively, there are 2 chambers. This center chamber will be similar to the second chamber in most people's designs. It has to be such that this is my air exit right here. That, when it's completely to the back, has to be within this box, and when this is completely forward, has to be within this box. All valves face inward. Okay, that way it will pump air on both the push and the pull stroke. So I said for all valves face inward. Alright. Okay, here I have it assembled. It looks a little ad hoc because I'm using duct tape to seal up all the air gaps. So if you have something that you feel like your valves are working well, your pistons are completely sealing off, then you can go ahead and maybe use caulk, something that looks a little better. I'm not through experimenting. I'm going to maybe put something a little tighter to hold my pistons on than just the glue. But anyhow, just to show you that my design works, First, here are the inlet holes for air. There's 2 more on the back. Since I don't have a forge to hook it up to, this is going to be you can see that it is pumping air. So there's this valve won't be on there when I actually hook it to a forge, but so you can see that it works. So if I just pumps air that way, pumps air that way. So now all I've got to do is hook it up to the forge. Maybe lots of room for design improvements. I have 2 1-inch holes everywhere for inlet and a 3/4 inch outlet hole. Those ratios could be altered, a little bit of experimentation. Perhaps leather for the valves, perhaps something a little sturdier for the to replace the duct tape for the, as I call it, the squeegee, to make sure the air seals. But anyhow, I am well pleased. Someone else may have come up with this design, but I've not seen it. So now I'll make a forge to go with it.